Why, hello there, my lord. This is your squire, Dustin, speaking.
Sir
Wel-
Dustin.
Welcome to another edition of Flight Club.
What's up, fellas? Glad to have you here tonight.
I saw that comment, Mickey. Oh man, that was good. You funny. You funny.
Yeah,
Congratulations on the MiG, by the way. That's pretty
right.
badass.
That's right.
So, what's new with you, man? What you got going on? What have you been having troubles with? What you been excelling at? Talk to us.
Man, I've been fighting the T-28 Carbon Z, man. You know, I've been telling you guys that I've been working on the gear. David Snyder, a lot of you other guys in here, Dustin as well, has helped me, try to get these damn E-Flight retracts right with the JP controller board. Well, let me just tell you, it didn't work well. They didn't work well. So I told you guys I decided to go with the X-Waves Motion RC right here, right? Well, I bought the last two sets they have. So I put the first set in my P51 Hangar 9. Works great, flew great, love it. So yesterday I did surgery on the T-28. I took out the E-flights that we did with the red and black wire with the JP controller, and I put in the X-Waves from Motion RC. I had to modify some things. I had to, the housing on those, all this part is all aluminum. So I had to cut some of that to make it fit in the pocket, but you cut a few things, it fits perfectly. Got it down in there. So everything's working great right now. Hopefully get it flying, maybe if I'm lucky this weekend, if it's not raining again, and see what it does. If it works great, hey, I'm done. I'm tickled to death. If not, well, I may have to end up going with those expensive ass E-Flight retracts. I don't know, man. I don't want to drop that kind of money in it, but I want it right, and so I'm hoping that these E-Flights are going to be the winner chicken dinner. We'll see. But they look damn good in there, and they work great in this Mustang, and they're working great on the ground in the T-28 right now. So hopefully it'll be the one, and we'll see. I did a video. It's sitting in the queue right now. I just got to get some end cards and stuff on it. I'll probably post it tomorrow morning. And it's doing the E-Flight retracts the way you guys told me to do with the JP control board. Part 1 of the video. Part 2 is taking these out and putting in the Motion RC X-Waves. So it's a 2-part video. It's 20 minutes long. If you don't want to watch both parts, you don't have to. But hopefully somebody will learn something from it. The Motion RC retracts are $79 versus $189 for the E-Flights. So, with that being said, I hope it works out. We'll see in the test flights. I'll be sure to do a video follow-up with that. But look for the video coming out tomorrow morning, sometime probably around 10, 11-ish. And you guys can see how I put the Motion RC retracts in. Like I said, I had to do a few modifications, but it's not hard with a Dremel and a grinder, and they drop right in. So I do really like the aluminum housing on those retracts. I think they're awesome retracts. They work great in this P51. I've been flying the crap out of this on 6S 4000. Love flying Balsa. Balsa flies great. Don't y'all just love my FMS cover on this thing, man? I just had it up there. So, I mean, these covers are great for your sun. They're great for foamies. They're great for your balsa planes. This one actually came from Banggood, guys. Yeah, they're awesome. So yeah, that video will be coming out tomorrow morning. So be looking for that, and comment on it, like, subscribe, whatever you got to do. Thumbs down twice if you don't like it. It always works for the algorithms. If you're in here tonight and you hadn't hit the thumbs up, hit the thumbs up in here tonight. Do it now.
Please.
Matter of fact, I'm going to do it myself. But yeah, I mean, that's what's been going on right now, man. Just been working on stuff. I've really been enjoying flying this P51. It flies incredibly well. It is the Hangar 9 40 size, all electric. Love it. So that's it. And I tell you, you guys saw the video from last weekend's fly-in over in Kinston, Aero Modelers. That was a great time. Also, I know this is not in you guys' area, but it is in our area. If you haven't checked it out, check out Hangar 18. This is a great hobby store in the Cary, Raleigh, North Carolina area. Brian Powers owns that store. Great guy. Check it out, Hangar 18. He's got a lot of stuff. He is a Horizon dealer. Also, we've got a good friend of Dustin's. We got Tim over at Raleigh Hobbies, guys.
They're both my good friends, man. You got to spread the wealth.
Tim's a really nice guy. Tim sells a lot of nice stuff. He also sells a lot of used stuff that guys get rid of, and he's got some really cool stuff there. So check him out. And then our friends at Southside Hobby in Choctaw, North Carolina, right up the road from me. They're a Horizon dealer as well, guys. Then one more. Don't forget, my friend.
Mr. Zoom Zoom.
Yeah, check him out for just about anything you need as far as servo lead extensions, your surface parts, wheels, stands. He's got a lot of stuff. Tools, zoomrc.net, guys. Definitely check him out and let him know that Jeff and Dustin sent you by. So yeah, so that's what we're doing, man. That's what I got.
So I went over to Hangar 18 after we went. They've got a great Thai restaurant beside them.
Bam.
Fantastic food. So went by there.
Website.
and Brian had the E-Flight F-16, the new one, hung up beside the 90mm free wing. And I know the E-Flight wins hands down, but on the other edge of the sword, you're comparing it to a old airframe, old technology, right? So I get that little caveat there, but that E-Flight, that's a beast. It is every bit of what people are saying, how well it looks, and the scale fidelity, and all the praise that it's been getting. It is every bit of it.
It's actually in stock too, I think, right now at Horizon, isn't it?
I believe so. Let me just double check. But yeah, it was awesome because I went there to get floats for the big Carbon Z Cub, but he had sold. Wow. Yeah, it's in stock. Well, it says on the internet.
I thought it was.
Yeah, it's in stock. $500. Who's got it? So
a lot of people are getting it. A lot of people are flying. I'm seeing a lot of maiden flights of it. And yeah, from what I've seen, I know you've seen it in person. From what I've seen in the videos, it does look very nice. Very, very nice quality scale. And the guys are giving it good reviews from what I'm seeing. I know Pilot Ryan and Bobby Cometa rung it out in their flights. Dave Marshall, I don't think he's going to hang it on the wall. He may end up flying this one. He says he's going to do a comparison between the 70mm E-Flight, 80mm, and the Free Wing 90. We'll see. I think that will be a great showdown. I have the 70mm and I have the 90. Both are great flying jets. So I'd be curious to hear Dave Marshall's thoughts on all three. Dustin, I know you have the 70 as well.
The 70 is great for like a park flyer.
Yeah.
Because I mean it's 70mm, so you can fly in a smaller area than you can say a 90 or an 80 with ease. I'm sure there's pilots here like George Watts that can, fly it in a much smaller area than say that I can or feel comfortable in. It's just, what's your comfort level, more or less?
Yeah. Well, the biggest thing I think both of us have experienced, I fly off grass and Dustin does some as well. The biggest things that we've experienced with the 70mm is on really hot days. And I say really hot because Dustin was sweating as if he just gotten out of the shower that day.
Look, dude.
Um,
You can't rush beauty.
We were having a hard time getting them to rotate. We did get them to rotate, but it took a lot of our field, which is a 1,000-foot strip, and it's very manicured at that. Once we got it to lift off, we throwed the gear up quickly, and it was fine. It was a great flight from there on. But it was really hot. The density altitude that day was pretty heavy. So that being said, I've flown mine on really cool days. I've flown it, on better days, and it flies great. I have no problem with it. Now, Dave Marshall was saying last night that he was curious as to how the 80 millimeter would take off of grass unless it's manicured like our field. He was actually talking about that. Because it does have small gear and it's got the big door that's only about an inch and a half off the ground. So yeah, but I think it would take off of our field great. I'd love to see it on our field. So Dustin, you need to go ahead and get it, buy it from Brian, and bring it on down.
Well, he don't have none. Well, he has that one.
Because that must be his then, right?
Yes. Well, all the planes in his.
You know what I'm saying?
His.
He's got his personal collection hanging in there too.
Yeah, he's got about 6 planes that he had bought from my friend Dan Laurie that has been in here. He has a huge Spitfire, which I think is a Phoenix model. Which I'm very surprised he gave that one up, because that man loves a Spitfire, just like most of the older guys.
Yes, Dave, I'm very jealous. And you got a nice looking F-18 painted in the Splinter scheme, man. That looks really good, guys. Yeah, they worked hard on that one. It looks very nice. And Dave, let me tell you, I've got an F-16 up here. I mean, F-16 free wing 90 millimeter that's been painted with an Arctic Aggressor scheme, and I feel you pain on the pucker factor in flying anything you've put that kind of effort into, bud. Because I've flown that F-16 about 3 times, and each time I've flown it, I couldn't wait to get it back on the ground because I was scared to death I was going to mess it up. So I feel your pain there, man. I get it.
Oh, man. So, what else did they have? I almost bought the Night Timber. Like, I almost bought it, but I was like, the whole bottom hatch battery, I just ain't down with that.
Not yet, Jared.
But
there.
I do like
it. Look, man, hey, it's what Dustin and I were talking about before the show came on, Jared. Weather here between rain and wind. I've never seen a July as wet and windy as it's been here in North Carolina, man. This typically, you can't buy breeze in July. You can't buy rain. Everything's dried up. It's just weird, man. I mean, so I haven't been able to fly a whole lot, and when we have been able to fly, I'm flying stuff that I feel pretty confident in, and I'm not going to fly that P-47 when I don't feel real confident with the conditions. So,
yeah,
no.
And I don't blame him one bit.
Yeah, that's right, Mickey. You got it right, buddy.
Yeah, Mickey, I've always done that. I just, when I got into the hobby, I knew better than to do that. Paint a bird all up, and it crashed. And when that free wing F-18 came out, I was so diehard about being one of the first people to get it out that I painted it, did it all up. It was like the second plane I had done other than the B-17, which I still hadn't flown, the one that I had repainted. And on the maiden, it goes down because the elevator.
Yeah.
Wow. Motion free wing took
That ain't
care of
that
me.
good.
Motion free wing took care of me. Now my plane's with Dave. I just got to get back down to Atlanta to get my awesome splitter camo F-18 back.
I don't think you'll get that one back, man.
Hey, man, he never signed the bill of sale.
You know, George, I'm having to cut grass about every 3 days right now, man, because you can stand still and watch it grow.
Oh, the hell
I'm
with
telling you,
that.
I've never seen our grass this lush and green in July in North Carolina. It's the weirdest thing, man. Granted, I like my yard looking good, but at the same time, I'm having to drain my swimming pool.
Why are you draining
Can't
it?
fly because the damn man, we get like 4 inches of rain in an hour here when it rains.
Oh,
It's
you're
like
draining it because it's
like
over, because it like get overfilled. Okay.
yeah, it's like going over the
Gotcha.
skimmers, man. I'm having to take water out of it, you know, and I mean it's just like Jack. I mean,
Oh man. The atrocity of having a swimming pool to like maintain.
but hey, I got a good
Oh.
dog. I've got a good dog lifeguard on duty, man.
Dude,
Okay.
dude, your pictures of him was they were so dope. They were so awesome.
Hey, man, he's just chilling, you know.
He just sitting on that one step, just like whatever.
Yeah, he swam in the pool Sunday for like, I don't know, probably like 2 hours. I had to keep making him take a break because he don't stop, you know. And yeah, he loves it, man. He has the best time in that pool.
Dude, my grass gets cut every other week on the dot. Everybody around me knows that my grass gets cut every 2 weeks. Period. That's just how
If
it is.
I waited every 2 weeks, you wouldn't be able to see my Frenchie, man. My Frenchie would disappear in the backyard.
Like, I mean,
I
the
mean,
grass
you know,
grows, but it's not necessarily the grass; it's the weeds. Like those little pipers. We call them pipers over here. But like they're the long, skinny streamers that they're weeds that grow real fast. Like they'll grow
Yeah.
like 2 inches in a day, right?
That's Bahia grass, is what that is. That's what they put on the side of the damn highway, I think.
But
It looks like centipede.
oh, Jared, we used to have a
JT,
pool.
you can't never tell. I think they're calling for rain again this weekend, man. Who knows? It's like 30% chance. We went out with some friends down to the beach this past Friday. Went out on the boat. Didn't get out of the inlet because it was still choppy. Stayed inside. Hung out over at Shackleford Banks. Water was beautiful there. But I mean, yeah, fishing wasn't great because it was so choppy and everything out in the ocean. But we had a good time. So hoping it'll get better.
Dude, the cat is my daughter. Oh.
Rub the kitty, man. Rub the damn kitty, okay?
No, that was Abby beating against the door because she doesn't want to go to sleep. She fights sleep like. Yeah, I can't say that. She just fights sleep really, really, really bad. Like I was, that's my kid, Dave. So I was putting her to sleep last night, and like she was going out, and she was laying on her stomach, and kind of like shaking her butt left and right, and so she's looking at you, right, and so she's like, and like it's just like a death stare, and she like started to go like her eyes started to roll back in her head, and I'm just kind of like, I feel like I'm watching my daughter die. As bad as that may sound, because I'm like, this is freaky. She's never done it like this. But she passed out and went to sleep. Then I got up and she woke up. Wife went in there. You know, we tried to do the whole tag team. Tried to. But yeah, I'm surprised my HOA haven't sent me no letters like your grass is too tall. And I'd be like, you can go kick rocks. Because for the past 6 years, this guy always got caught. It always got cut every 2 weeks or every other week. So, whatever.
Yeah, Gus, that is bad, man. I hate it for all those people over there, and prayers out to all you guys over in those areas, man. Those floods are terrible. That's unusual for you guys.
Oh, I was reading about that. The floods in Germany is where it hit the hardest, I believe, right?
Yeah. It's bad. Any of you guys see the new, what is it, Russian Su-75? Pretty cool jet. I think that's the answer to the, what is it, F-35 that we've got. That's like, here it is, come get it.
Yeah.
And then how about their supersonic missiles, or rockets, or whatever it is they shot off? Um, it ain't good. Just saying.
Well, also, what also ain't good is China said to Japan, like, look, you can deploy one soldier, one plane, one ship to Taiwan. We will nuke your butts. I'm like,
Can't we all just
well, apparently Taiwan, if I'm getting my history right, Taiwan used to be part of China. Then they broke off at some point in time, and China's trying to like reclaim them back. Realistically, all it's about is a power play because Taiwan is like the epicenter for computer chips.
Yeah.
Manufacturers, all it is. So.
Yeah.
I mean,
Made in Taiwan.
right.
Show you guys something else too here that I did. I think I did this Saturday.
2 weeks.
I talked to you guys about this last week. This Viper jet that I'm working on for my friend. I actually did the gear mod and switched out the main gear and the nose gear right here. Very, very simple switch out, guys. Again, I went to Brendan McCormick's page, Just Plain Crazy, and watched his video. And these were $30 for these gear from RC Castle. And you got a set of bolt cutters. Brendan tells you how long to leave the shaft coming out of the retract. These slip right onto it. Your set screws go in, and voila. It's a really nice improvement to this Viper jet. So now the missus is making the decals for this for the Britling scheme. We'll be putting those on, and then we're going to put a super high gloss lacquer on this plane to give it the shine that we're looking for. And hopefully soon we'll get a remade out of it, guys. And it ought to be a great flying jet. I'm looking forward to it, and I know my friend is he's looking forward to getting it back as well. So hopefully we'll have that video for you guys before long. But if any of you guys have this Viper jet, this is a 70mm E-flite. I would highly recommend the gear mod on this for $30 from RC Castle. It looks really nice. You get the trailing links with the springs. Just looks really good on this jet, guys. For $30, I would say go for it. So again, Just Plain Crazy, Brendan. Check out his video, and he has a link for the gear. You can also get the gear with an afterburner ring if you should so choose. But if not, get yours here at Guniac Afterburners, guys. And check him out at Guniac33 at Gmail. There's the information there. You can see that, hopefully. And you guys can get your jets looking like this as well. I have several of Ray's afterburners in my jets, and they look awesome, guys. I know a lot of you do. To what did Mickey say? Almost looks like the older Mercedes F1 car. I hear it. Shit. But yeah, but definitely check out Guniac, guys, for your afterburners and things like that. He does a great job, quick shipping, and he'll make them for just about anything you need. So hit him up. And I tell you guys, another thing, if you have not seen Shay from Hamilton's Hangar on YouTube, Hamilton's Hangar at YouTube,
Did you see the maiden?
Go look at his L39 video, guys, of his maiden on the jet that he built.
Yes.
Let me tell you something.
That thing was sick.
That is an incredible video. I was like this the whole time he was flying this thing. I felt his excitement. I was happy for him. I was ecstatic. I even had to text him like at 10:30 at night and tell him how proud of him I was. He did a fantastic job, and it's a beautiful jet. And hats off to you, man. Big salute, as they say. A big oh yeah and all that good stuff, man. You did a great job, Shay. And Can't wait to see it fly some more, man. Beautiful jet, and Ashley did a great job of filming that as well.
That was bad. That was a bad video.
That's a nice looking L-39, man. I gotta say.
Oh, and Victor, congratulations on the wife getting her license.
Yeah, man. That's right. She's legal. You got a DD now. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I sent Victor a little congratulations bear dancing around. He was getting it. But yeah, and how about let's give a big shout out to In the Tube Deep, guys. If you have not seen his redemption video with Alinka, which is his SU-30, he basically crashed this jet into the ocean. A surfer brought it in for him, and he took it and he 3D printed a nose for it and got it all back together and did his maiden flight video the other day. Let me just tell you guys, props to him, man. He rocked it out. He did a great job. It looks amazing to be 3D printed. He did a great job. So In the Tube, if you're listening, if you hear this later, man, congratulations. I'm glad to see Alinka's back in the air, man. She's looking good, and hope to see many more flights coming from that as well, man.
Yes, and he had a was it this week? Or no, late last week. He crashed his MiG 17 when he was landing it. I mean, it wasn't bad. It was hard. He just landed it hard.
Yeah.
Is all. But, you know,
Like
he takes that man in stride. He takes everything in stride. He'll wreck that son of a gun, and next week he'll be out there flying it again.
That's right. Yep. Yeah, he's a pretty cool dude, man.
And he's always got some good scenery to look at.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, and you know, George, he does fly off of a beach, man, and I thought the same thing. I don't know if he cleans the stuff out when he gets home or he blows it out with compressed air or what, but he does a great job, man, flying off the beach, and his stuff works well. I mean, so, and damn, the man has got, like, I think 4 cameras on every jet. I don't know how in the world he gets something CG with all the cameras he's got on something, man.
Right.
Attention, he's got a head cam on. So he's got like 4 cameras going, 5 cameras at one time. You got to give him props, man. He's doing a great job. He's killing it.
So you can get, we use it in the machine shop, Corrosion X. You can spray your ESCs and stuff with them and part of your servos. Basically, it builds up like a waxy film that protects water and atmosphere. Kind of seals it up a little bit. Still lets it breathe, but it doesn't allow like water. It doesn't make it waterproof. It makes it almost waterproof.
Isn't Marvel Mystery Oil good for stuff like that too?
Marvel Mystery Oil is mostly like for getting fasteners loosened.
Okay. We used to spray steel with it when we get steel stock in at the machine shop.
Yeah.
We would spray it to keep it from corroding.
Yeah, it's a good anti-rust. But because of the EPA in California, you know, nothing is as good as it used to be. Acetone.
Right. Everything's in the distro, buddy.
What was I going to say is acetone and transmission fluid mixed 50-50 helps.
Okay.
For getting fasteners undone. PB Blaster doesn't work worth a damn no more. Coral works really good. KROIL, that works really good. What's up?
Old PB Blaster works really good, man, for breaking nuts and bolts loose.
Yeah. It's like the damn EPA's got to always put their nose where it don't belong.
Yeah.
They're right there with the ATF. Abolish them. Get them out of here. Be like that.
And look here, Ryan. I was telling these guys in here, man, last week, as a matter of fact, we were talking about the F-16. Any of you guys that are looking at buying one or anything for that matter, check out all these guys' links. You know, Ryan's got links in his distro, as he says. Dave Marshall, GB Linden, all these guys have got links. Click on them. It doesn't cost you a dime, and it helps support their channels. You know, Pilot Ryan Media has all of his links to all of his stuff. So does Dave Marshall, GB Linden. All these guys have them. And it helps support their channel, sends a little something their way. It isn't a whole lot, but every little bit helps. So if you're going to buy something, why not buy it through their links and support these guys that show us how these jets perform the best, so that we don't go out and tear up our jets when we get them, or our airplanes, guys, because that's what they're doing. They're showing you how to do your CG. They're showing you how to set your throws, showing you if it flies well on grass or asphalt or whatever. So if you're going to buy something, just click on the link. That's all it takes. You know, is go to the distro, as Pilot Ryan says, and click on it and push the button, buy something. What the hell, you know? So,
Mickey, a nut can't hold on to a shaft if it's liquid. LPS-3 works really good for anti-rust or anti-corrosion. It has a waxy film to it. We use it on the bottom of our vices. The only thing that guys don't like about it, including myself, is it will stain the table. And so you have to sit there with a stone and stone the table, and of course, it just takes forever. So we use Stable, the same people that make Stable oil for like 2-cycle engines. That stuff works great.
Well, the product you were talking about to begin with works really good on any of your ESCs or your servos for your water planes, especially if you're going to be getting any splashing in your motors or your ESCs or your servos. It like Dustin said, it puts a film on it so that water stays out, and it works really good. I think what was it? Flight Test did a test where they actually sprayed some components and dropped them in an aquarium, and they still worked in the underwater. So definitely, if you're going to be flying airplanes on ponds or in water or wet areas, definitely look into that, guys, because it does make a difference, and it'll keep your stuff from getting wet. Works great. So what possessed you to put a helicopter up there tonight?
Because we never had a helicopter.
I hear you. That's kind of what I was thinking.
So
yeah.
I was like, it's time to be different. So
there was a guy at the fly-in last weekend, man. He was flying a helicopter. Matter of fact, I got it on video, and I mean, he was like cutting grass with it. He was hitting the corn. I mean, he was making it do all kinds of crazy stuff. Yeah, they call them flying lawnmowers for a reason. And I'd hate for one to back up on me and hit me. I can tell you that. It wouldn't be good.
The things about a helicopter is like when stuff goes bad, it goes bad, like quick. Yeah. And that's one of the reasons why I had never really got into one. I had that blade,
funny,
and I was
man.
just a friend of mine.
Little thing is expensive.
Yeah. A friend of mine had one. No, he still has it. And I was like, man, just wait till you come over to the house. You got like 10 acres. You can't hit nothing. Like, you good. I got you. Well, he couldn't wait. So his butt starts flying it. And he brings it up. He gets it up, and he's kind of like starts doing this. The next thing he goes right into the mailbox. Like, breaks a rotor, breaks one of the skids.
Yeah, that's when you break out your credit card.
Yes, you do. So,
yes.
I was like, whatever.
Yeah, they're expensive, man. And, when I first started doing this, I thought I wanted to fly helicopters because I could fly an air hog around the living room. So I thought, hey, this ain't nothing. Wrong answer, man. I had one with I don't know, the prop on it, or rotor as it's called, was about this long, so it's this big
Mm-hmm.
across, probably, I don't know, 2 feet. Damn thing backed up on me because I was trying to learn how to hover it. Let me tell you something. I had on a pair of blue jeans, man, and it hit my thigh. It cut my blue jeans. Luckily, it didn't hurt. It bruised my leg, but it didn't cut my leg. As soon as it hit my leg, I like killed it and it hit the floor. But let me tell you something. It hurt and it tore my blue jeans, man. And I thought, damn. And it wasn't even a big one, you know. So yeah, I can't imagine. I think one guy's cut his head off before playing with a helicopter down in Florida somewhere. It backed up on him and cut his damn head off so fast.
Oof.
They said his head slid right off of his body. Yeah.
Man, it's George Watts talking about like, yeah, carbon fiber is short to begin with, plus it's strong, but yeah, that's a no for me. Helos, they're cool to watch, and I'll watch them.
Yeah.
But that's it.
I just like flying. I like flying airplane scale. That's why I appreciate 3D airplanes. I appreciate the guys that do it. But for me, it's just not an appealing thing because I like to fly scale. I fly very scale. And so, I don't know. Like I said, I appreciate the big electric or gas 3D, 540s, yaks, things like that. But not my thing, really.
Right. I get that. I mean, yeah, I try to fly scale, but sometimes I just want to get a little bit crazy.
Yeah, and I play on the simulator. I'll fly 3D. I'll do hovers. You know, I'll hang on props, stuff like that. I'll do knife edges, but to buy an airplane to fly 3D with, nah.
Yeah. I almost bought that Horizon Hobby. Was it Extra 300?
Yeah.
It's like, man, it's just not my thing.
Yeah. It's good looking. I appreciate the looks of it, but you know, just not me.
I'd say about 25% of the 3D flyers I ever met, I don't like.
Yeah.
It's because they sit in the middle of the field, like just. Yeah. And they're a little hairy, or they're like hanging from the prop, like right in the middle of the daggone field. Like, come on, man, for real.
Well, that's the thing. I like the 540s better than I do a yak. A yak just doesn't do it for me. I don't like the roundness of the nose and how long it is. I like the 540. Just looks like a sport plane. You know, it looks really cool. I like how they look. Kind of like the Red Bull guys going around the pilots and everything. That's really cool. I appreciate watching that.
Yeah, and especially the I was gonna say is, oh, this is funny. So I was coming home from work yesterday. I get behind of a tow truck that is towing a tow truck. So the first thought of me is like pimp my ride when I had to exhibit, and if somebody'd be like, hey man, I know you like goldfish, so we put a goldfish inside your car, then we put another goldfish inside of a goldfish because we know you like goldfishes, right? Here's like this 1992 RV going slow. It has one of those slide outs, right?
Yeah.
The slide out is extended into oncoming traffic.
Oh, God.
And I'm like, regardless if it's stuck, like they have a crank that you get up underneath and you crank it, right? Sometimes it takes two people. Sometimes you have to like go crank it once, turn it on the other side and crank it, just like a sunroof. If you have a sunroof and you ever look behind your sunroof and you have this little plug that looks like it's got like a flathead in it, that's when you go to your spare tire and there's like an actual screwdriver. You pop it off and so you can turn and close your sunroof. Well, that dude forgot to attend that day of RV ownership class. And I'm sitting there just like the whole time, I'm just like, oh, then this dump truck came by. A very, very little part of me was like, dude, he's going to take off that slide out. It's going to be epic. But then part of me is like, dude, he's gonna hit that dump truck, and then that stuff's gonna hit me. Then no, just don't hit it. The dump truck was like he like went off the road, almost hit a mailbox, and he was slamming that horn. So not his like beep beep horn, but his like you're an idiot horn. But so what he was doing, he was taking there's a like a camper world right down the road. And he was taking it there to get it fixed. But I'm like, man, why not do that at night? Like late at night when you're less likely to run into somebody or something.
Yeah.
But dude, some of those RVs, man, they can like get it. Like it takes them a while to get, but they can get. Especially they got that 8.3 or that 5.9 Cummins.
Yeah, a lot of them are pushers, man. You know, the motors in the back, generators in the front.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those things are nice, man. My neighbor's got one, and it's super nice. Got heated floors, the whole 9 yards.
Dang.
It's really nice, man.
It's about as much RV experience I get was a Winnebago. I was 3 or 4 years old. We're going on to Disney World, right? My dad used to drink during this time, right? Just because I guess he just hated life, and well, I was a little dookie head. We'll just say that because of the show. So he like him and my mom, they swap seats, and he starts pulling back beers, right? So he passes out, and my dad's like, "Stay on 95, like just keep 95." He wakes up, and it's like 10 miles to St. Louis, or not St. Louis, 10 miles to Louisiana. And my dad's like, "What happened?" He goes, "Oh, there was an exit. It said like 295. He goes, "What part of 95 do you not understand?" So they got to argue. I remember that. But on the way back, we're going to the race in Daytona as well. We went to Disney World, SeaWorld, Daytona.
Oh, Lord.
You know who parks beside us? Dale Earnhardt. We parked in a hotel parking lot, and like his truck, his transport truck, like pulls up beside us. So like you're like at the one that like there's this big black 3 just staring at you, right? So it's 9:30 or so. My mom gets out. She's like, "I'm gonna go say hey to him." My dad's like, "No, Sandra, don't do that." She goes, "It's all good." And he wasn't there. He was flying in, but like his crew chief and team and all that were there. They were nice as they could be. That was pretty cool. That was really cool.
Intimidator.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you get out. That's when you get off of your RV and you go, there's an RV.
Yeah. My mom wasn't intimidated. That's for daggone sure. She walked up in that. It's like she owned it.
Yeah, right.
She's like, "How y'all doing?"
So, hey, y'all are.
Oh man, it's too funny, too funny.
Mm.
But
yeah, so what all was coming out? Let's see, did Horizon put out anything last Thursday? Because normally Thursdays is
they put out the Radian, the Night Radian, and then the UMX Radian.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying earlier tonight, man. I love my original Radian. So if I was going to buy a night thing, I think I would buy the Night Radian just because I know how good the original Radian flies because I have it hanging right back here. I'd actually thought about putting some LED lights on mine because look, man, you can fly that thing and you can lay your transmitter down, go make you a sandwich, come back, it's still there. Especially on a sunny day, if you got some good thermals, that thing will just sit right there and go round and round. You know, it's an awesome glider, guys. It really is. Now I'd like to try that big Fox glider by FMS. I think that would be really cool. I'd like to try that out. I saw Bobby.
That is true.
Did that.
The what was it? Man, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, Hangar 18 has got the Tiger Cat, and they've got the Beaver too. That was the other plane I
Oh
was
wow.
looking at. I was getting.
So you
I
got
was
FMS.
Yeah, and I was asking him. I was like, man, like I already got a Carbon Z. Like, is there gonna be much difference? He goes, no, because only buy it if you like the looks of it. He's like, they're
No,
flying the same.
didn't somebody RC Air Marshal was talking about last night? Didn't they redo the Carbon Cub? Didn't Horizon come out with another version of it, a smart version?
Yeah, so they basically just changed the receiver out of it.
Yeah.
But that was really it.
Yeah, I've heard that, Mikael. The Volantix is a good one. I've heard that as well too. That's pretty big too, 2600 millimeter.
I think it's huge.
Yeah. Huge.
So, why at least they make parts for it still. Yeah, so it's just got the new. Yeah, it's got the new stuff in it.
Yeah.
That is a fun plane to fly. But man, when you try to bring it in, like you've got to land it. You got to purposely like put it on the ground because that cord is so thick on that wing. It just wants to sit there and fly forever.
Well, that's why I was hoping that they would come back out with the T28, you know, and the smart technology, with lights, better retracts. I've already put the 100 amp smart ESC in mine with the fan and all, so I've already got all that. I've already got the lights on mine. Now it's just a matter of getting the damn retracts right. You know, that's the biggest thing.
Right.
What's up, Brandon? I was talking about you earlier, man. I was showing the Viper jet that I did your mod on for a friend of mine, right here on my table. Excellent video. I was telling everybody to check it out. They ought to do that mod on their Viper. $30. We didn't get the afterburner ring. We just did the wheels. But I went right by the video and excellent fit, dropped right in. Everything worked great. So I was telling them to check out the video if they wanted to see it. And also the fact that you had the link to where we got the retracts from at RC Castle. Check it out. So, yeah.
Hey Jude. What's up, Brandon? Glad you could join us, my friend.
Mr. L.A. Jeff, as I call him. Yeah, this Viper is going to be sweet, man. I can't wait to get it. The decals on it and get it painted. That's the last thing I got to do. And I tell you, that Jurassic Park AL-37, man, that looked really good too, Brendan.
That was
you guys
bad.
did a great.
That was
badass.
That
looked really
was
nice.
Really cool.
Yeah, Brendan, I'm doing this Viper for my friend that crashed it, and I'm redoing it for him, and I'm doing it in the Britling scheme, and this is the plane. I had to put it back together, but this will be done with the Britling decals and everything on it, and as you can see, we did the gear mod, and it worked out great. But this wing had a big chunk taken out of it, broken off here. I had to cut the plane from here on both sides, take the whole nose off, rework it, put it back together. So yeah, so now it's just my wife's getting ready to make the decals, and I'm going to really high gloss it with a lacquer. It's going to look really nice, and we'll get the remade and done on it. So it won't be long, but yeah, your mod on the gear, man, was great. So and Brendan said he's got an amazing video coming on Wednesday. Yeah, I saw your premiere for that about painting foam. I mean, that'll be really good. I'm looking forward to that one as well. Max Air 420, what's up, buddy?
Can't wait for that video, man. That's gonna be sick. You can tell. I mean, there's a lot of detail in the AL Jurassic Park theme.
Yeah, well, that's just like
you blew that out of the water.
Pixar.
That's awesome.
Really good too. Yeah, the one he did with the Pixar looked really good. That's why I got to get mine done, man. I want to do the Stormtrooper scheme on mine really bad. I think I've just decided that's what I'm going to do.
Well, do the daggone thing.
I know. I just got to get it done, man.
I know. It's the whole time management deal is what.
Well, again, between working on what I've got, and then everybody else want me to work on their stuff, or fix this, or paint that, or help me set my mess up. It's one of those things where, it's trying to get my stuff done is hard to do, and finding time to do everything I got to do. And then, when my wife does decals for something, she's got to really research it and study it and get the scale right, and that's got to be done.
Mm-hmm.
And and everybody wants what they want when they want it. And but the biggest thing is they only want you when they need you. And other than that, hell with you.
Well, my thing is like when people want something like that, like they want you to paint something, have them paint it, right? They're only going to learn by doing it themselves, right? They need to set it up. Have them set up the plane, not necessarily fly it. Just set it up and then just go over it with them. That's what I typically do, people, because if you just what I found out long ago, and you probably know this, when you do something for somebody, they don't retain that information. But when they do it, and if they do something wrong or do something right, somebody that's more experienced goes over it, they tend to retain that information better, right? Because seeing is doing. But,
well, David, that's my hard thing, David. I love what I do. I love modeling. I love building stuff.
But Jeff needs Jeff time.
I know, but I love helping my friends, man. But when I feel like I'm being taken advantage of, it's one of those things where I like to help everybody when I can, but it hurts my feelings when I feel like I get kicked to the side when they don't need you. But when they want you, they don't miss a call, they don't miss a text. But when they don't need you, I'll get back to you when I can. Or I forget, I forgot to call you. Really? You didn't forget to call me when you needed something the other day. And it's hurtful. And I'm getting to the point, like a friend of mine told me the other day, and kind of like David Snyder just said, just back off. Just don't do nothing. Do your thing and don't. And that's kind of where I'm at. I'm just tired of being everybody's go-to person, and I set myself up because I do enjoy it, and I want to help people. So it is hard to say no, but at the same time, sometimes you just got to, and you got to pull away, So it is what it is, and it's my fault. I'm the one that put myself in a position. So, and it's just hard to say no.
Man, we all do, man. But sometimes you're gonna be like, look, no, this weekend I'm working on me. It's going to be Jeff Pamper Day. I'm going to get my hair did, go get my nails did, going to get that cute pink bikini that Tara wants me to wear.
I pressure wash. I went to the beach on Friday. I pressure washed all day Saturday. I pressure washed Sunday. It rained all day yesterday. So I worked on planes here in the garage that I needed to get done for myself. But I do like, it is a thrill and I don't know, it just makes you feel good to help other people, man, especially when it makes them happy. But at the same time, it's hurtful when you feel like you want somebody to give back to this relationship just like you do, and when they don't, it's like, well, damn, I answer your call immediately, or I call you back immediately, or I text you back immediately, but I can't get the same courtesy. And it's just one of those things. You tell somebody, call me and let me know, blah blah blah, and 2 hours later, when you call them, oh, I forgot. Really, you forgot? Really? Well, you didn't forget the other day when you needed something. You didn't forget then.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? And that's what I mean. It's just like, come on, really?
That's when you just gotta nip that shit in the bud, man. For real. Yeah. Look. You just gotta be like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you gotta say.
Exactly. And that's what another buddy of mine said. He said, man, you just gotta pull back. Don't do it no more. So, anyway.
Guess broken. I don't use airbrushes. If it doesn't come in a can, I don't use it. Jeff is the guy with the airbrush. He's got some great videos, so go check him out on his channel. He's got some great do-it-yourself. I watched it, and I was still like, I'm not creative like that.
I love using my airbrushes, man. They're great. It's the best way to paint. I love it better than a rattle can. I love it better than paintbrush. It's incredible, man.
It's because rattle cans don't
And
love
it
you.
gives the best finish in the world. That's right, Brendan. You got it, man. But in my damn situation, I can't catch fish because every time I go fishing, the weather sucks here lately, man. It's like it's either windy or choppy or raining or something, you know?
For sure.
But no, I do love helping people, and I don't know. Like I said, I love working on planes and having different planes and stuff like that. It's fun. It's all a learning experience too.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, like I said, it's one thing. You know, if people just act appreciative, I guess that's a big thing. You know, and they can, but like I said, it's just one of those things when I feel like I don't get back what I give, and you know. Shay, we were just talking about you, man. Proud of you, brother. Awesome, awesome L39 build. Awesome maiden. I was happy for you. I was nervous for you. We've all told everybody to check out your video, man. If you guys want a thrill, definitely check out his maiden flight of his L39. But drop the link in here, Shay, please, man, because kudos to you, buddy. Everybody needs to see that video. You did a great job. Ashley did a good job filming. And definitely drop your link for that in here, buddy.
Kenny, if I click on this link, that's supposed to be Shay's next project. And if it's a flying hamburger, I'm going to be dumbfounded. What is this guy? Oh, it's the Top Flight Giant F4U Corsair. I concur. That'd be cool.
That's going to be nice, George. The BVM Yak 130, man. That's going to be sweet.
Yakety yak. Don't talk about
Hey, Mom. There you go. Check out Hamilton's video, guys. He dropped the link in here. Not now, of course. But definitely check it out, guys. I mean, it's just got an excitement about it. It's almost like a movie where you're cheering at the end. I mean, he just did a great job, and it's a beautiful airplane, beautiful build. I followed him all along the whole build process. Very well done, beautiful plane. So hats off to you. And what's up, Mr. Jackson RC Aviation? Mason, if you're there, hope you guys are well. Glad to see you tonight. Yeah, George, Carp and Gator RC do have some beautiful stuff. That Zero that Brendan did from Gator RC is beautiful too, man. That's a nice Zero. Very nice.
Amen to that.
And it flies great. He just did a tandem flight with another guy in a video he just put out. That looked really nice. Both planes were beautiful. I tell you, this hobby is going to a different level, guys, and there's some nice stuff out there. Again, I just don't know what's up with Motion RC, man. I mean, I love Motion RC. Come on, they got to get some planes in, man. I mean,
yeah, well, they got some stuff in. They just haven't had any new stuff.
They haven't had new stuff, and they don't have the L39 in the high performance that I've been wanting. You know, it's just like
patience is a virtue, my child.
I know, but damn, I can't be but so patient, especially when other people are coming out with stuff, man.
How long you been married? How long you been married?
20, almost 20 years.
Yeah, you're patient.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Hence the gray hair, buddy. You don't even have any gray. See, I'm looking at yours now. You don't have any. Give it a minute. Okay.
I got
Uh,
gray. You just can't see it. I'm just kidding. I do have gray though. I promise.
Mickey said he started the turbine conversion on the 90 millimeter Yak 130 motor and ESC almost weigh 1 kilo, which is 2.2 pounds, as Mickey taught us just last night. Thank you there, Mickey. Yeah. A fat cow, he says.
How many millimeters are in an inch, Jeff?
I don't. How many millimeters? Wait a minute. I'm gonna say 40.
No. Cut it in half.
Okay. How many?
25.4.
No, wait a minute. Let me look on my ruler here. Okay, yes, you're right. 25. See, I just, yeah, you're right. Okay.
I get some prints
Man,
that have.
metric system was just getting started when I was in high school. Damn it.
I let people be like,
Well, I wonder why people still use the metric system. Because the Imperial, yeah, that's what we use. And we went to the moon.
no, NASA uses metric. You twat.
Well, I tell you something I had to look at. Now, I really had to think about this the other day because Brendan, on that Viper gear video, he kept saying centimeters on the strut length.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept going, damn, everything I've got is millimeters, you know? So I
with
had to
the
really start
decimal
looking
F.
around. I had to really start looking around for something with centimeters on it. So I finally found something. I'm like, well, wait a minute. 2 centimeters looks like 20 millimeters or 2 millimeters according to my ruler. So
Right.
I'm like, damn, it looks the same, you know? So I went with the millimeters. I was like, okay, so yeah. So like I said, the damn metric system was just getting started when I was in high school, guys, and it won't click in real good then. Okay,
Metric is easy because you just move the decimal, but
yeah,
but
whatever.
man,
all
look,
right, whatever.
I've had one customer send me a drawing. Half the drawing was in metric, so he labeled metric and then he put it in brackets, inches.
Okay.
Well, some of his parts of his drawing, he flipped them. So it was inches first, metric second. And I'm looking at this. I'm trying to like draw this up real quick so I can like give him an estimate. It's the aerospace part, and I'm like, something's wrong with the drawing. Like, figure this out. He'll send it back to me. I'm like, still ain't right.
Well, I mean, you know, again, I would rather convert fractions to decimals any day for doing stuff rather than metric stuff. Because when I did architectural drafting and engineering, we converted fractions to decimals. So I've got all that licked. That ain't a problem. But the whole damn metric system, man, it's like I said, when Brendan was saying centimeters the other day, I'm going, wait a damn minute. Everything I got, I was looking on my ruler going, wait a minute, that's millimeters. This is millimeter. Well, damn, what's 2 centimeters? And I'm looking around going, I got to have something that's centimeters. I finally found something. I'm like, well, hold on. They look like they're the same. 2 millimeters, 2 centimeters. They're practically the same. I'm going with my damn millimeters. So, I mean, hey, it is what it is, man. You know, like I said, I'll be 55 next month, man. And that, I remember when we had a first Texas Instrument calculator in school with the red numbers on it. We thought we had something.
You thought you had something.
Look, that's like your teacher said, you want to always be walking around with a calculator in your pocket the older you get.
You're
Look
right.
at me now, biatch.
That's not a calculator.
You know?
That's a computer, right?
Exactly.
We were having that
even
conversation.
better, right?
Yeah, we're having that conversation today with my my sister-in-law. But man, I'm like, dude, like some of the look. If I told you some of the stuff I see as far as like prints and stuff goes, you guys wouldn't like drive your car. You guys wouldn't fly. Like, it's pretty freaking scary. In some cases, like what happens.
Look, man, we were excited when we could take a Texas Instrument calculator and write Shell Oil upside down on the damn thing. Okay,
Dude, our thing in class was boobs.
I mean, I swear, man, it's like, and then electronic. I mean, the really nice calculators. Well, they were. I was out of high school by that point. Um,
Brandon goes to the real floppy disk. So when I was in school, we were making the transition from the real big floppy disk to
yeah.
the little
Yes.
mini
Yes.
floppy disk. And
Yeah.
we come into computer class. It was our first class. It was our first class coming back from Christmas. And I never forget the computer teacher walks in because he had like basically somebody had gone in there and like changed everything because he wasn't like the head of the like computer classes, and he
Yeah.
picks it up and he goes, "What the hell is this?" Because we had the floppy disk, but our
Yeah.
computers didn't take the mini floppy disk. They only took the big ones, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
they
we
were
so it's like
a mouse pad. You know what I mean?
yeah, I'm like, so it's like, well, what the hell do you do with these? Because you can't use them because you have nothing to insert them into. Now you buy a computer, you don't even have a CD-ROM because they're trying to make them so thin. So now you have to
Exactly.
have like a USB CD-ROM, or everything's just you can just download it.
Yep. That's right.
So it's wild as far as how stuff has just changed.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, when I first started, college, man, we didn't even have the internet. I mean, it wasn't here yet.
Mm-hmm.
And as I was in college, we got IBM computers, and the original computers we had looked like a desk. And like you said, the floppy disk was the size of a damn mouse pad that you stuck in that damn thing. Because I started out in college doing computer programming, which was Fortran and Pascal were the two languages that we were learning for that time era. Okay, that's what was going on at that time. And I mean, like I said, we had to learn how to write a program to tell that computer what to do. And now,
Oh, the cards, George Watt. So I remember my boss talking about the cards for drawing, for like CAD, for what was deemed like CAD drawings at Caterpillar, and you would have to was it the cards or was it like a ribbon? But it sounded like the old printers that were like it sounded like they're writing like real angry
it's
like
a
Morse code.
put little holes in it.
Yeah. I remember him talking about that, and he actually had one. And so when we had a team building event at his house, just to save money, he showed it to me. That was pretty fascinating. That was pretty cool.
Pony Express.
Yeah.
Hey, look, this Apple Watch, this is like Dick Tracy. Look, I remember when we used to watch Star Trek, and they had the tricorders, and they talked to each other on different planets. I would say, man, wouldn't it be killer if we had those? Well, you remember when the Motorola StarTAC came out? Oh, hell. You put that off your hip and flip it open, and it was like this big. You had your Star Trek, and then you remember when they could see each other on the damn like telephone things, they could see each other. I always said, wouldn't that be killer? Well, now we have FaceTime. So the only thing we haven't gotten, and they're working on that right now, Bezos today, prime example, is space travel and being able to go warp speed and get from one place to another. Other than that, we have pretty much, and matter, transportation. Once we can teleport matter, oh man, we've got Star Trek lit. It's like, what else you got, man? Bring on the Klingons and the Borg. We ready, okay?
No, we don't want the Borgs. Klingons I'm cool with. The Borgs,
Hey man, you gotta be collective, baby. You gotta be collective,
Nah, because I don't know how I would like to live in a ship that's basically a Rubik's Cube.
Hey, if you're Locutus, it wouldn't matter. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, well, and yeah, like Gus Brogan talking about CNC programmers, like the software that's available now, like 5-axis is the new 3-axis, and a friend of mine is getting a lathe that's 11 axes.
Wow.
I mean, you got some of these Swiss machines that are 12. Technically, they're 15 axes. I mean, it's crazy. I think, and you're programming this all on a computer, and then just hoping it works. that distance to go is the most important variable to look at.
That's what I'm
But,
saying. I mean, and like I said, Mickey was saying Brian Cox has some great videos on things like that, and that's what I'm saying. Everybody's, if you look, what we used to watch as teenagers and young kids, and now it's happening before us. It's amazing what we're seeing, and today when you see a rocket that looks like a penis going up into the air and the head pops off and they land on the ground safely, I'm just saying. Some cool shit's coming. But isn't it funny how people want to complain about the money he spent, $42,000 a minute for fuel, but nobody's talking about the emissions that he's putting into the atmosphere with his rocket that you and I will never put into the ozone in a lifetime of driving our vehicles. I mean,
apparently you have never been with me when I went to Taco Bell, because I'm pretty sure that was a level playing ground.
They want us to drive electric cars, but these damn rich folks can burn up jet fuel and rocket fuel and like it's no problem, but they want the average Joe to buy electric cars. Come on, man, give me a freaking break here. I mean, is he with the most money wins? I mean,
Vancouver.
I was kind of glad to see Brinson get there before Bezos, though. I got to say.
Vancouver. I believe I saw the articles. I think it was like 2027, maybe 2025. But they're gonna put a ban on fuel-driven cars in city limits.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I'd be like there like at midnight, 1 o'clock, get on Main Street and just roast the tires all the way down it. As you're just like shifting gears.
But yet these senators and people can jump on their private jets, and people leaving different states can jump on private jets. And one jet ride burns more emissions than we will ever burn in a lifetime in one vehicle. Come on.
I don't know, man. I honestly don't know if that's true, because jet engines have came a long way as far as emissions. I mean, there's been a huge push when it comes to emissions. Like,
dude, we're talking a jet with dual engines versus a car. Okay.
I understand that, but I'm also thinking too is like, how often is that jet flown versus how often is that car driven or sitting in traffic? Like, there's a lot of variables. Like, I see both sides of it. But, like, okay, example being like this. Like, Caterpillar came out with Tier 4 final engines, or we were forced to come out with Tier 4 final engines to meet the EPA regulations, then Tier 4.5 engines. In Chicago, on a Cat small wheel loader, a 938, the exhaust that was coming out of the engine was cleaner than the ambient air that people in Chicago were breathing. To me, that's mind-boggling. That either says, hey, your city's really polluted or dirty, or the byproduct of the engine is very clean. Now, I will say this. DEF sucks from a mechanical aspect of it, from a longevity aspect of it, from a maintenance aspect of it, and from a parts replacement aspect of it. It blows. It sucks. Yeah, see, right? Yeah, exactly. DEF freaking sucks. And you get people like,
oh, it's just Yuri, I'll just pee in my tank.
Yeah, do that, see what happens.
Yeah.
It's not Yuri. I mean, it's not urine. It's Yuri, which is totally different.
Well, save up for that rocket ride, man, because I don't think I'll never be able to afford one. So, hey, that's all good. I can fly my RC airplanes.
Right. Oh man, Oh man, that got sold. No. I need an L-shaped desk for my machine shop. For like,
you gotta get you one of those big military surplus tanker desks, man, like they used to have in the barracks and stuff. Those are nice. They're heavy duty too.
Yeah. Yes. I actually saw there. I think there was some of those on like GovPlanet.com, but man, you end up paying like so much money
But if you look around at like habitats and places like that, man, you can find them. People donate them, especially out of older offices.
Oh, really?
But they're heavy. They're big, heavy-duty desks, man. They're really nice, and they're actually very sought after and collectible nowadays.
Yeah, but the whole hydrogen thing, like the Hindenburg. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about all that, Clark.
I mean,
It's like, have y'all seen the thing on Instagram where the big hot air, it's like a helium blimp, and it's coming down to the ground. As soon as it touches the ground, it just like explodes.
oh yeah. I think
mean,
I've
it's
seen that one.
damn. And it says real or fake, you know? But it like obliterates everything around it.
Yeah, I just yeah, I honestly don't know about the whole emissions deal. It's just I just know there's been a big stride, big push. That's why you see a lot of cars going from like less liters, like Honda, like primarily they used to be like mostly four bangers used to be like 1.7, 2 liters. Now they're 1.5 with a turbo. Turbo's there for acceleration. 1.5 is there for just highway speeds, cruising speeds, because you don't need 150 horsepower, 100 horsepower. You need like 35 horsepower. But actually, you're talking about cars all day. I love cars.
Well, you ready to wrap this thing up? Let these guys get out of here. It's almost 10 bells, man. So,
Mickey, speaking of helium, look at saturation diving. That is so funny because they're on a trimix. They're on oxygen. Excuse me, helium, nitrox, and just regular oxygen.
they tell you, they say, Alvin, get out of the car. Okay, Dave.
Yeah, saturation diving is so funny. Like when you hear those guys come back, like I couldn't be the radio guy because I keep laughing. Like, have your balls dropped yet? Oh, it's so funny. But awesome guys, thanks for showing up. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah.
GB, Mickey, Brandon.
Check
Jeff
out all your buddy
Alabama.
shows.
Yeah.
Check out all your buddy's links. Click the link, buy something. Links in the distro, as they say. GB, Pilot Ryan, Dave Marshall, Goonie, all these people, man, they all have links. Check them out, buy something. Helps them out, helps the channel. GB Linden will be on tomorrow night, guys. Hamilton normally comes on Wednesdays before him. Check these guys out, man, and support their shows. Thursday night, of course, you're going to have Mr. Kenny, Hangar 51 with the marathon, and RC Informer, which is Bobby over in Raleigh, North Carolina. Actually, RC Reviewer. Not RC Informer in this respect.
I was just letting you fix that.
Yeah, right. And then, of course, Friday nights you have Mr. Dave's RC with Toe the Line. And Saturday night, of course, we have Pilot Ryan. And I don't think anybody's doing Sunday nights now, I don't think. Kind of hit or miss on that
Right.
one. But yeah, and then back to Dave Marshall on Monday nights, guys. So check all of them out. Show the love. And thank you for coming tonight. I appreciate it. And Dustin, I appreciate you getting us
Yeah,
going.
man. I always appreciate you, my friend. Always. So we'll catch you guys next week. You guys have a great week. Be safe. Be smart. And we will see you next week. Same time, same place. On the Flight Club. Later, y'all.